Will, what are your thoughts? Or James, what are your thoughts on the Florida State AD speaking in front of his board of trustees, saying that things must change for revenue wise in the ACC for in order to close the revenue gap for the football schools like Florida State and Clemson.
Oh, go ahead, James.
I mean, it's a money-driven business. We've seen just the SEC is going to continue to get bigger. The Big 12's payday has been going to be pretty nice. There's a lot of areas where, I mean, it's all about now, conference survival and what will survive. Obviously, the ACC's in a decent position, but I think, I mean, he made some valid points in my opinion.
Will, what do you think about those
Oh,
comments?
I commend him. I commend him for taking the bull by the horn, so to speak. I wanted to say something else, but I'll leave it there. Yeah, I mean he jumped on the table for his school, for his university, for his programs. You can't do anything but commend him for that. Will it work? I don't know, but you got to commend him for taking the step, for doing it. Absolutely.
Do either one of you believe there will come a time that a school challenges their conference's grant of rights and tries to get out early?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think that'll be? And any friendly wager of who that might be? James, Will?
No, I don't. Who it would be? I mean, to be easy, can I say Florida State?
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's coming for sure. Absolutely.
James,
I
how soon do you think it'll come?
In the next 2 to 3 years, I'd imagine. There'd be something. I don't know which team or which school it would be, or multiple schools, but I think, yeah, within the next 2-3 years, we'll see something like that happen, just because of how rapidly things have shifted, even in the past, 15, 16 months.
How about you, Will?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Next 2 to 3 years.
Wow,
Sure.
that's soon. Wow, really?
Yeah. What about you?
I'm leaning more toward 5.
Okay.
5 to 6 years. I think it'll be somebody from the ACC, Florida State or Clemson. I think it'll be one of those two, maybe Miami, but most likely Florida State or Clemson.
Hmm.
But it's a lot of money, to challenge this, take it to court, grant of rights. Probably, this is $100 million battle,
Sure.
so that's long pockets. That's James Mueller kind of money right there, man. That's long, deep pockets right there, Will.
Yeah.
So that's out of our pay grade right there. But I agree it's going to happen. 2 to 3 years, I think. I'd be surprised it happens that fast. But James, what do you think is going to happen to the Pac-12 this year?
This year? I mean, I think it will just sort of hang on by a thread throughout the remainder of this year, but I think it will eventually just crumble apart and schools will scramble pretty soon. They haven't been able to get any sort of media rights deal, and there's not a ton of interest right now just because the appeal isn't there with USC and UCLA leaving and just a bunch of the uncertainty. So I think, yeah, I think it's a ticking time bomb, and sooner or later, things are just gonna completely blow up.
How about you, Will? This year?
This year status quo because they have everybody.
Okay.
As far as next year and beyond, I don't know. I will say, and 24 with the second largest media market being gone from the conference. I mean, the fall off is going to be drastic for sure. In all facets, but for this year, nah, it's status quo. Checks have been written.
Reason I said this year is I assume a new media rights deal will be reached within the month, but the money won't be good enough for teams like Arizona, Oregon, Washington to want to stay. And they'll start the wheels in motion of we're getting out of here. You guys what do you think? What are your thoughts on the discussion, the rumor about Ion, Script Sports, and the Pac-12? I'm impressed. Did you laugh? Were you like, what the hell? Who? What?
I said, like, I just laughed. Like, come on, man, really? That's what we're doing? Okay.
James, what do you think?
Yeah, I was just sort of confused, but also found it comedic. Yeah.
Okay. One more thing. I think, James, you said you got to go real quick. But real quickly, Pac-12 beat writer John Wilner on a sports show, Utah, I think, a few days ago, surmised that the new media rights deal, whatever it is, that the Pac-12 reaches will be average payout of 20 in the 20s, high 20s, mid to high 20s per school, millions of dollars. What do you say to that, Will?
That's a fifth of the Big Ten's take home per school.
And that's roughly $5 million less than the Big 12.
Yeah.
James, is that number too low? And that number, if it's that low, would that be the final nail in the coffin that said we're out of here?
I don't think. I mean, from the school's perspectives, it's too low, but I don't think it's too low given what the conference is going to look like in the future. Just, like Will said, with losing, the LA market in the next couple of years. So I think if that's the number that comes out, I think some of the current Pac-12 schools are going to be like, more urgent to move on because it's bottom tier money of the so-called power conferences.
All right, James, if you gotta leave us, man, just let me know.
I can stay on for a few more minutes.
Okay, cool. Reminder, everybody's tuning in on our Folks Talk Sports Twitter account and on the Houston Roundball Review on YouTube channel. Folks Talkin Sports is sponsored by 5 Star Properties. The show 5 Star Properties is a Dallas-based company owned by a UH alum who I met face-to-face last Sunday at a basketball game. Great to meet him and his family. If you are facing foreclosure or you need to sell your house as is for cash, call 972-532-SELL or visit their website at 5starprops.com. That's FIVESTARPROPS.com.